The magic of moving to Franklin really is not what you think it's going to be. When you start the process of looking to move, you start to think about all of the things like, you're not gonna have a state income tax, and you're gonna have the beautiful rolling hills of Tennessee as your backdrop. But when you get here and you experience the life living here, you start to realize that it's actually not those things. It is the Southern culture. It's getting to know your neighbor. It's being able to send your kids outside and letting them play for hours, and then when it gets dark, yelling and having them come in for dinner. Those are the things that make living in Franklin so, so special.
One of the things we were worried about in moving here was community. It was all the friendships, it was the family that we were leaving behind. And so, again, coming here, we had all those spreadsheets. We had the no state income tax. We had the low property taxes. We had that gas prices were lower. But overall, the magic was the neighbors checking in on us, knowing that we just moved here from out of state, becoming family really quick, genuinely caring for us and seeing if there's anything they can do for us and our kids. It was really, truly experiencing, like you said, the best part of humanity.
I can still remember sitting on the living room floor in California. We were debating the big move. Should we move across the country to Tennessee? And there was a lot of fear for me. I can remember, I grew up, I was born and raised in California. I'd never left. And you just think about all of the things that you're going to leave. You're gonna leave the familiarity of home. You're gonna leave family. You're gonna leave in and out, all those silly things. But I think the most powerful question that we asked ourselves is, what are we going to miss out on by not moving to Tennessee?
Yeah, it was kind of reversing that question. Instead of what are we missing out on by making the move, it was what are our future selves and our kids in the future, what are they going to be missing out on if we don't take the leap of faith and make that move to Franklin?
I genuinely didn't think that there was a place where you could move to and feel like you're going back in time. I wanted a place that we could go and people had values and we could raise our kids with other like-minded individuals, and we could have the safety and security of knowing that there was a lot of peace in our home. And I can genuinely say now that even though I didn't think that place existed, it's here, and it's in Franklin.
As parents, I think that it's so important to us to care about our kids' future. And what I feel like the gift that I had no idea we were gonna be able to give our kids, makes me emotional thinking about it, is that they were able to go back in time and we get to get a little bit more innocence out of our kids. They get to experience a little bit more of the best part of life for a little bit longer because we made the move here.
Yeah. The first year that we moved was really, really hard. I can remember we didn't have any family, we didn't have any friends. It was really, truly starting from ground zero and working our way up. And we almost did not make it after that first year. I cried, I missed my mom, I missed my family, but we survived. And I think out of that blossomed this passion, and it's now a mantra in our business, and that is to create community. So, with us being real estate professionals in the area, that is one of the things that we focus on. How do we help you create community when you make that move across state lines? And the way that we do that is by hosting networking events once a quarter. Let's help you put down roots in this area, which was an opportunity that we just didn't have.
So the second pillar is the power of building wealth through real estate. And that's something that we started that process out in California. But when we moved to Tennessee, it became a bigger passion for us. And it was something that we began to focus on more and more. We rolled up our sleeves, we ripped out drywall, we painted walls, we did tile, we did plumbing, we did a little bit of everything. And we just let it kind of snowball. One property after another, we continued to take advantage of some opportunities that we had in front of us. And now we own short-term rentals with Airbnbs. We have long-term rentals. We've taken raw land and built houses from the ground up. We've taken our primary residence to the studs and rebuilt it. And I think that really is something that helps us empower our clients because it's something we've experienced ourselves. And when we experience it ourselves and we've built generational wealth for our family, now we can take those tools and help bring that to the table when we serve our clients.
And while both of these things, creating community and helping our clients build wealth through real estate, those are amazing. And I think the question that you're going to ask yourself as you contemplate a move across the country is, where do I find the perfect house? What neighborhood should I land in? And I think every time we come back to the same response. There is no perfect house. There is no perfect neighborhood. It doesn't matter what school your child is in right then when you get here. In fact, the magic is just getting here and letting Franklin take care of the rest.
And we know that there was so many more questions than answers, especially when we were going through that process ourselves almost 11 years ago now. And we realized that you're probably sitting there with those same exact questions. And I hope that our story has been an encouraging one to you. It's not about everything lining up and being perfect. It's about who you become in the process. It's about what life you're able to present for your future self and your children.
We are Kyle and Casey Wallace, and we would love to play a part in your story too.